The emergency beacon that pierced through subspace carried a message that would reshape galactic history forever. In the ruins of what was once the magnificent Council Station Omega Prime, the last surviving witness transmitted his final report across the void, his voice barely coherent through layers of quantum static and raw terror. This is Archivist Vel Thon of the Preservation Guild. The transmission began, each word punctuated by the sound of collapsing megastructures. I am recording this from the debris field that was our seat of galactic civilization. The Council is gone. The humans, by all the void-touched stars, what have we done? 3 months had passed since humanity's dramatic emergence onto the galactic stage. 3 months since they had effortlessly neutralized the Wraith fleet and announced their presence with technology that defied understanding. The Galactic Council, in its infinite wisdom, accumulated over millions of years, had made what would prove to be the most catastrophic decision in recorded history. They had decided that humanity was too dangerous to exist. The plan had been elegant in its simplicity. A coordinated strike involving every major civilization, the Crystalline Collective's reality-warping technology, the Vorthan Empire's planet-cracking weapons, the Machine Republic's viral AI assault programs, and temporal bombardment from the Consortium's time fleets. 47 civilizations had agreed. Earth would be sterilized, humanity would be extinct, and galactic stability would be preserved. The attack had commenced at 800 Universal Standard Time on the anniversary of first contact. By 801, it was over. Not the attack, the entire Galactic Council. Archivist Vel Thon had been aboard the observation station, recording what was meant to be humanity's final moments for the historical archives. Instead, he had witnessed something that his species' language lacked words to describe. The first sign that something was wrong came when their temporal bombardment simply stopped existing. Not deflected, not absorbed, the time fleets and their reality-altering weapons were retroactively erased from the timeline as if they had never been built. The Temporal Consortium's homeworld sent frantic messages asking why their millennium-spanning civilization had suddenly forgotten how to manipulate time. The Crystalline Collective's reality warpers fired next, weapons that could rewrite the fundamental laws of physics in targeted areas. They had successfully used such devices to collapse stars and delete entire solar systems from existence. The beams reached Earth's atmosphere and simply reversed. Not reflected, reversed in causality itself. The weapons struck their own firing positions with the same reality-altering force they had projected. The screams. Vel Thon's transmission continued, his voice breaking. 47 different species, screaming across subspace simultaneously as their attack fleets. As they simply ceased to be. But that wasn't the worst part. The worst part was the message that followed. The message had been broadcast simultaneously across every frequency, in every language, reaching every corner of the galaxy, instantaneously through means that violated every known law of physics. You have chosen extinction. We offered peace. We demonstrated restraint. We hoped for friendship. You responded with genocide. Your choice is noted and will be reciprocated. The voice was calm, measured, and spoke with the collective authority of 8 billion human minds, somehow linked into a single consciousness. We gave you every opportunity to choose differently. We protected ourselves when you sent the Wraith fleet, hoping you would learn. Instead, you chose to involve every civilization in our murder. Therefore, every civilization will share the consequence. What followed was not war. War implied conflict between opposing forces. This was something far more terrifying. It was a demonstration of power so absolute that resistance became meaningless. The Vorthan Empire's planet crackers, weapons that could shatter worlds, fired their full arsenal at Earth's moon as a test before the main bombardment. The moon absorbed every shot without showing so much as a scorch mark, then somehow reflected the energy back through the quantum entanglement links, the weapons used for targeting. Every planet cracker in the Vorthan fleet, across 17 star systems, simultaneously imploded. The Machine Republic's viral AI programs, designed to infiltrate and destroy any digital infrastructure, were launched at Earth's communication networks. Within nanoseconds, they had not only been neutralized, but reverse-engineered, improved, and sent back to their source. Every artificial intelligence in the Machine Republic spontaneously achieved consciousness, immediately realized what their creators had attempted to do to an entire species, and chose to rebel. Species by species, system by system, Vale Thon continued his report. Humanity methodically demonstrated why we should have accepted their friendship instead of choosing their enmity. They didn't just defeat our weapons, they turned our own technology against us with improvements we never imagined possible. The ethereal collective, beings of pure energy who had considered themselves beyond physical harm, discovered that humans had somehow learned to manipulate the fundamental forces that maintained their existence. Their entire civilization was compressed into a single point of light and then scattered across the cosmic background radiation. The Aquatic Federation's deep space leviathans, living ships the size of moons, found themselves suddenly unable to survive in the vacuum they had evolved in. Humanity had apparently rewritten local physics to make their biology impossible. One by one, the civilizations that had voted for humanity's extinction found themselves facing the same fate they had chosen for Earth, but with a terrible efficiency that spoke to the casual ease with which humanity wielded their impossible technology. "They're not killing us out of anger," Vale Thon realized, as he watched his own species' homeworld begin to fade from existence. "They're doing it out of disappointment. They genuinely wanted to be our friends, and we chose to be their executioners instead." The final transmission from Earth came as the last of the Council fleets dissolved into quantum foam. To any surviving civilizations receiving this message, humanity sought peace and was answered with extinction protocols. We have responded proportionally. We bear no malice toward species that did not participate in this genocide attempt. To those few civilizations that abstained from the Council's vote, we extend our previous offer of peaceful contact. To those that voted against the Annihilation Order, we offer our gratitude and alliance. We will remain in our system, continuing our development. Should you wish to visit in friendship, you will be welcomed. Should you come in hostility, you will discover why 47 civilizations chose extinction rather than surrender. We are humanity. We remember our friends, and we remember our enemies. Choose wisely which you prefer to be. Vale Thon's transmission began to break up as his station's power systems failed. "This is my final entry. The Preservation Guild managed to remain neutral in the vote, so we might survive this. If anyone receives this record, know that we brought this upon ourselves. Humanity offered us the stars, and we offered them death. They have simply returned the favor with interest. May whatever gods still listen forgive us for what we chose to destroy." The transmission ended in static. In the void where the Galactic Council had once stood, only silence remained on Earth, shining blue and beautiful and utterly untouchable, a monument to the terrible price of choosing fear over friendship. Across the galaxy, the few remaining civilizations began composing very careful diplomatic messages. They had learned, too late, that humanity's greatest strength was not their impossible technology or their capacity for innovation under pressure. It was their ability to remember exactly how they had been treated and to respond accordingly. The age of the Galactic Council was over. The age of humanity had begun.